Hello everyone, in this video I am going to teach about Jordan-Holder theorem. This theorem says that any two composition series of a group are equivalent. So this is the statement of this theorem. At first we will understand what is the meaning of composition series. So we will see the definition of it. So let G be a group, then this is a series of subgroups of G like E is equal to H naught is a subgroup of H1 is a subgroup of H2 and so on up to Hn is equal to G. So this is a series of subgroups of G and this series will be called as a composition series of G if the first condition is Hi is not equal to Hi plus 1 for all I. That means each subgroup is a proper subgroup of next subgroup like H0 is a proper subgroup of H1, H1 is a proper subgroup of H2 and so on. And the second condition is Hi is a maximal normal subgroup of Hi plus 1. That means each subgroup is a maximal normal subgroup of next subgroup. Like here H0 is a maximal normal subgroup of H1, H1 is a maximal normal subgroup of H2 and so on. Also we can explain the condition number 2 like this: Hi plus 1 upon Hi is a simple group because here Hi is a maximal normal subgroup of Hi plus 1. So this will imply that Hi plus 1 upon Hi will be a simple group for all I. So this is the definition of composition series. So here is a note regarding the composition series. So first note is length of composition series C is equal to n. That means the length of this composition series is equal to n. And the second note is these are the n number of simple groups in our composition series C. Because we have noted that in condition 2 Hi plus 1 upon Hi is a simple group for all I. So from here H1 upon H0, H2 upon H0 up to Hn upon Hn minus 1. These are the n simple groups from this composition series C. So we have to remember that if length of any composition series is equal to n, then there will exist n number of simple groups from that composition series. So now we have understood what is the meaning of composition series, and next we have to understand what is the meaning of equivalence of any two composition series. We will again see the statement of this theorem in some other way like this: let G be any group, then its two composition series C1 and C2, C1 is like this and C2 is like this, then the theorem says that C1 is equivalent to C2. This is the sign of equivalence. And the condition of equivalence is, the first condition is length of C1 is equal to length of C2. Length of C1 is here n and length of C2 is here m. Both should be equal. And second condition is Hi plus 1 upon Hi is isomorphic to Kj plus 1 upon Kj for some I and j, where I ranges from 0 to n minus 1 and j ranges from 0 to m minus 1. So this says that if we take any simple group from n number of simple groups from C1, then that simple group must be isomorphic to some simple group from C2, and in C2 there will exist m number of simple groups. So this is the statement of Jordan-Holder theorem. So we will see now the proof. So we will prove this theorem by induction method. So for this, let order of G is equal to n, and we have to prove that for this group G all the composition series will be equivalent. So by the induction method, in case number 1, we let n is equal to 1, then G will be equal to identity subgroup for n is equal to 1. Then the composition series C1 and C2 will be same because the group is identity subgroup of cardinality 1. So automatically C1 will be equivalent to C2. So theorem is true for n is equal to 1. And in next step, case number 2, for n is equal to 2. Here the group will be equal to like this, and then here also C1 and C2, that means two composition series of group G, C1 and C2 will be again same. So automatically again C1 will be equivalent to C2. So theorem is true for n is equal to 2 also. So now in next step, by the induction method, we assume that the theorem is true for all groups which have order less than n. That means we assumed that if any group has order less than n, then all the composition series of that group will be equivalent. We have assumed that for order less than n. If we have able to prove that the theorem is also true for equal to n, then by induction method we can say that our theorem is proved. So now here we have assumed that the theorem is true for order less than n. So we have here two subgroups Hn-1 and Km-1 from here C1 and C2, Hn-1 and Km-1. These subgroups have order less than order of G because they are proper subgroup. So order of Hn-1 is less than n, and order of Km-1 is also less than n. So by our assumption, for these two subgroups our theorem will be true. That means any two composition series for these subgroups will be equivalent. So then we have to prove that C1 is equivalent to C2. Here two cases arise. The first case is if these two subgroups are equal, and the second case is these are not equal. So now at first we will prove for our first case that if these are equal, and our assumption is for any group which has order less than n, the theorem is true. That means for these two subgroups all the composition series will be equivalent. So we have made here C3 and C4 two composition series for Hn-1 and Km-1 like this. Then by our assumption both the composition series will be equivalent, as C3 will be equivalent to C4. So this will imply that length of both the series will be equal, like here n-1, here m-1, both will be equal. This will imply that n is equal to m, and in the condition number 2, hi plus 1 upon hi will be isomorphic to kj plus 1 upon kj, where I ranges from 0 to n-2 and j ranges from 0 to m-2, because here the last subgroup is Hn-1 and last subgroup is Km-1. So this will be condition from the equivalence of C3 and C4. Now we have to prove that C1 is also equivalent to C2. So for this we have to prove that first condition is m is equal to n, and the second condition is like this. Here I ranges from 0 to n-1 and j ranges from 0 to m-1. So for the first condition m is equal to 1 we got here already, n is equal to m. So only we have to do here that here we can see that I ranges from 0 to n-2 if C3 is equivalent to C4, but we have to prove that I ranges from 0 to n-1 for this condition C1 is equivalent to C2. So only we have to do that. Here we have to find that this simple group Hn upon Hn-1 is equivalent to Km upon Km-1. So here Hn upon Hn-1 is isomorphic to G upon Km-1 because Hn is equal to G. From here Hn is equal to G and G is equal to also Km, so this will isomorphic to Km upon Km minus 1. So we have got that Hn upon Hn minus 1 is isomorphic to Km upon Km minus 1. So we can imply that generally Hi plus 1 upon Hi is isomorphic to Kj plus 1 upon Kj, where I ranges from 0 to n minus 1 and j ranges from 0 to m minus 1. That is, we have got this condition. So this will imply that C1 is equivalent to C2. So we have proved that theorem is true if Hn minus 1 is equal to Km minus 1. So now we have to prove that for second case also the theorem is true. That means if both are not equal, then also we have to prove that C1 will be equivalent to C2. So now we will do for second case. Second case, here Hn minus 1 is not equal to Km minus 1. So first, as these are the subgroups, so intersection will be also a subgroup, and let T is equal to Hn minus 1 intersection Km minus 1, and T is a subgroup, so it has also a composition series. So let the composition series for T is like this: T naught is a subgroup of T1, is a subgroup of T2, and up to Ts, which is equal to T. So this is a composition series for this subgroup T, and length of this composition series will be equal to S. Now, as these are two maximal normal subgroups Hn minus 1 and Km minus 1 from the composition series here C1 and C2, these are the maximal normal subgroup of G. So from the theorem, the product of these two maximal normal subgroup will be equal to G, and intersection is equal to T from our assumption will be also a maximal normal subgroup of both Hn minus 1 and Km minus 1. These are these theorems, and we will use this theorem in our proof in next step. Now the two new composition series of G are C5 and C6, including this composition series, like C5 is E is equal to T naught, is a subgroup of T1, is a subgroup of T2, up to Ts is a subgroup of Hn minus 1, because here this intersection T is a maximal normal subgroup of Hn minus 1. So Ts is a maximal normal subgroup of H minus 1, and Hn minus 1 is a maximal normal subgroup of Hn from C1, which is equal to G, and C6 also is like that. Here Ts, which is T, which is the intersection of Hn minus 1 Km minus 1, will be a maximal normal subgroup of Km minus 1 from this theorem, and this will be a subgroup of Km minus 1 is equal to G from C2. So at first we will prove that these two composition series of G will be equivalent. That is, we have to prove that C5 is equivalent to C6. So for this the first condition, we have to prove that length are equal. So length of C5 up to here, the length is S, so S plus 1, S plus 2. So length of C5 is S plus 2, and also length of C6 is S1 plus 1, S1 plus 2. So S1 plus 2, S plus 2. So length are equal. Now second condition. So we can note that up to here both are equal. So only we have to prove that these two simple subgroups Hn minus 1 upon Ts and Hn upon Hn minus 1. So we have to prove that two simple subgroup must be isomorphic to some simple group from C6. So Hn minus 1 upon Ts is isomorphic to, we have to find that, and Hn upon Hn minus 1 is isomorphic to something from this C6. Now we will use second isomorphism theorem here. It says that if H is a normal subgroup of G and K is a normal subgroup of G, then product of these two subgroup Hk upon H will be isomorphic to K upon intersection H intersection K. So this is the statement of second isomorphism theorem. Here from this proof Hn minus 1 is a normal subgroup of G and Km minus 1 is also a normal subgroup of G. So and the product is equal to G because they are maximal normal subgroup, and we have written here the product is equal to G from the theorem. So the product will be equal to G, and intersection we have assumed that it is T. Now we have to find these two, Hn minus 1 upon Ts and Hn upon Hn minus 1. So first Hn minus 1 upon Ts, Hn minus 1 upon Ts, which will be isomorphic to Hn minus 1, and Ts is equal to the intersection Hn minus 1 intersection Km minus 1 from here. T is equal to Ts. And from the second isomorphism theorem, here the product will come Hn minus 1 product Km minus 1 upon Km minus 1. This comes from second isomorphism theorem, and the product is equal to G upon Km minus 1 will be isomorphic to G is equal to Km, Km upon Km minus 1. So Hn minus 1 upon Ts will be isomorphic to Km upon Km minus 1. This comes from the composition series C5, and this comes from composition series C6, Km upon Km minus 1. So now we have to prove that Hn upon Hn minus 1 is isomorphic to some simple group from C6. So Hn upon Hn minus 1, which will be isomorphic to G because here Hn is equal to G upon Hn minus 1, and G is equal to product of these two maximal normal subgroup Hn minus 1 into Km minus 1 upon Hn minus 1. And now we will use again the second isomorphism theorem here. So here will come Km minus 1 upon the intersection, which is equal to Ts. So here Hn upon Hn minus 1 is isomorphic to Km minus 1 upon Ts, and this simple group comes from the composition series C5, and this simple group comes from this composition series C6, that is Hn upon Hn minus 1 will be isomorphic to Km minus 1 upon Ts, that is here. So we have proved that C5 is equivalent to C6 because we have proved the both condition here, first condition and second condition. So C5 is isomorphic to C6. Now we have to prove that C1 is isomorphic to C1 is equivalent to C2 also. So here C1 is this, C2 is this, C5 is this, and C6 is this. So by first case, like here the first case where Hn minus 1 is equal to Km minus 1, then we have proved that C1 is equivalent to C2. That means if the second subgroup from this side, first second, if these two subgroups are equal from any two combination series, then both combination series will be equivalent. We have proved this from our first case. Here Hn minus 1 is equal to Km minus 1, that is the second subgroup from this side, Hn minus 1 and Km minus 1 both are equal, then C1 and C2 are equivalent. So we will use this. Here we can note from C1 and C5 the second subgroup from this side 1 2, here it is Hn minus 1, and in C5 also the second subgroup from this side, first second, it is also Hn minus 1, both are equal. So C1 and C5 will be equivalent from our first case. And similarly here in C2 the second subgroup from this side is Km-1 and the second subgroup from this side is also Km-1 in C6. So C2 and C6 will be equivalent. So here it is equation A, it is equation B and it is equation C. So from equation A, B and C we can imply that here C1 is equivalent to C5, C5 is equivalent to C6 and C6 is equivalent to C2. So we can imply that C1 will be equivalent to C2. We have used transitive property of equivalence relation. So C1 will be equivalent to C2. So we have proved our theorem for second case also, where Hn-1 is not equal to Km-1. So in this way we have proved our theorem, Jordan-Holder theorem. So I hope you understood all the facts from today's video. If you have any problem then you can comment. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching.